Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today I'm reviewing another Annex 2179 figure. This time it is Void. I just reviewed Hero, and I've got to say Hero is one of my favourite 180 scale action figures now. I just think he's amazing. Void looks good. Will I like him as much as Hero? I don't know. I kind of like the skeleton skull look to him there. We can see he comes with baseball bat, a sword, and something I can't quite make out what that little thing is there. One of those things that plug into his back. Nice looking artwork. Let's open him up and see what it's about and get into the review. So back in an instant and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so here is Void. He does look pretty cool. Comes with the same short sword stroke knife that Hero came with, but this has got less colouring. Hero's had the green, that same plug-in thing for the back, but he's got like a black part and there's no cover for it. And then this rather menacing looking bat. It's the baseball bat of sorts, but a futuristic one of these little cutouts and nice looking handle. Let's look at the figure. He sort of reminds me of like a Fortnite Skull Trooper to a degree, but he's got detailing. Like for example, his ribs here are raised. It's not raised on the spine and the leg. His face, that just looks like a skull. Though that part where the upper teeth are, it looks a bit off. It almost looks like he should have a jaw articulation, but he doesn't. Or that his visor comes up, and it does. Look at that. The visor comes up. Well done, Toys Alliance. And Kit Lau, I believe, is the designer still on these. That does look fantastic. Great feature. Going around to the side, same arms as Hero here. Same big feet, but more sensible colouring. Those are massive. His sword can go through there. That little green thing will plug in here. But there is not much else different that I can see. Alright, I will plug this in now. You see there's a small groove. And he's got a small, if you see the bottom, can you see that? Yeah, just in the bottom. This groove has to match up to that for this to go. So there's only one way it can go in, and when it's in, it is quite tight. Looks pretty cool. Won't pose him with this. I'll stick that just through there. Again, these have some give, but they're far more sturdy than the ones that are the weapons accessories that came with Detective Smith and Captain Tanner, which is fantastic. There's a small bit of give in the handle, but you don't want to be bending that because that could snap. Articulation, left, right, down, up, side to side. Not as much, interestingly, as Hero. Arms all the way around. Same issue with the shoulders. They won't go that far out. I didn't point out of Hero that they do have a shoulder roll, which is great. Biceps will be amazing. Look at that. Fantastic. Well over, even behind his head, well over 90 degrees. In fact, he's getting a lot more with his left than he is with his right. He has trunk, better than Hero for the forwards and backwards. Left and right is small. He can twist a little bit from the trunk both ways. And his waist can twist too. Legs outwards. Pretty impressive. Forwards, I didn't do with Hero, I don't think, or backwards. That is really good. He can, in effect, do a full split without his legs going out. Fantastic work there. Thigh twist. Does he have the... He's got the arm twist as well at the top. Double kneecap. He'll get the same super tight bend as Hero. Look at that. Phenomenal. And again, he should have the boot turn since he has boots. Yeah. Outwards is a little fantastic then. If you can flip it over that part of his boot. There we go. You get fantastic on the outwards. And the inside would be the same. You can, there we go. I didn't notice that on Hero as much. Flip it over. You get like fantastic on the inwards as well. And then he has a really good tippy toe. Oi! 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 And then his dorsiflexation is alright, but it's nothing to write home about. There is no toe articulation, but as I said of Hero, the toes do slant upwards a bit, which means it does give some extra balance for some poses. Right, the big question is, can he hold his baseball bat with both hands? Now, the handle is long enough. Now, if I hold a baseball bat, I have my right hand where? At the bottom and left hand at the top. So let's try that. The problem is you're going to have to bend the fingers to get the bat in. Now, with the shoulder articulation and the bicep articulation, grabbing it's going to be okay, but it's whether you can get a decent... Because if I'm holding a baseball bat, I'm not going to hold it like that, you know. I want to hold it round to my right shoulder, but I don't think he's going to be able to get around there. Come on, thumb, get around the bat. That thumb. If I can get the thumb to grip this properly. There we go. You can get a slightly better pose. That's alright. Still can't get exactly where I want it. If I tilt it around a bit, that's okay. Actually, if I turn him around slightly more, looks like he's giving it a real big swing. And he's going to be easier to pose here as well. Pretty damn good. I like him a lot, but Hero for me is a better figure. Okay, let's do some comparisons. Well, first off, I'll bring Hero in again. We don't need another hero. Yes, we do. We want another Hero. He's a fantastic figure. He does look good. Let's bring in some... Let's bring Detective Smith again, because he's also part of the line. I'm not going to bring out Captain Tanner, because he's just basically a psychedelic coloured version of Detective Smith. Let's bring in some big figures. So this is a Jazzwares, or is it Jade? I've forgotten. I think it's Jazzwares. Street Fighter Sagat, who is one of the biggest 1/18 scale figures you can get in terms of being a regular person. In fact, he towers over even the Space Marines from Joy Toy. Bang. Let's use another big one. Let's use a Bane from Mattel from their multiverse line in 1/18 scale. And again, he is big, but they do look good. And in fact, if I squeeze them up a little bit, bunch them up, you can move over a bit. In fact, let me change them around with Captain Tanner. I want to see how they all scale with one of my favourite Joy Toy Space Marine. Come on! And Sagat is towering above there. Come on, Detective Smith. You've been drinking from your hip flask again. It looks like you have. What a great... Oh, smash him in the face already. What a great lineup of figures, has to be said. In fact, I reckon that's enough to do with Hero. That Sagat's head might look okay on a Space Marine's body because he's got a big head for a figure. However, without having that neck piece, it's going to look kind of strange. A little bit stubby, perhaps. It's mini-me and power armor. No, but if that was elevated to there, that head would be a pretty good scale. Anyway, that was just me experimenting for you guys who want to change your heads. Sagat's got a good size head, and so too does Abel, I believe, from the same Street Fighter line. Okay, so that is Void. He does look good. He looks great with Hero 2. He is a great figure. I really highly recommend these Annex 2179 figures. I think they look fantastic. particularly Hero, and Void here is no exception. He looks really good too. If you haven't done so already, click on the notification icon. Please like, share and subscribe, and check out my other videos. Stay up to date with my latest news, reviews, etc, etc. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.